Hello guys, my name is Crazy M and today I want to do a attachment guide for the QBZ-95b. So the QBZ-95b is one of the slowest firing engineer weapons, and it's a bullpup, so that means that you have this movement bonus and you have a pretty good hip fire. The QBZ has another special feature, and that is that the laser sight goes into the first slot. So I'm always gonna compare the other attachments either with laser sight attached or without a laser sight. You could also put a tactical light into the first slot, but it won't affect your gun, so I won't put it in here. So let's take a look at the naked QBZ. As you see, it's got a pretty good hip fire and a nice accuracy in like close quarters, but at longer ranges it's kind of messy. If we put a laser sight on the QBZ, it's going to be even better at hip firing, making it the perfect close quarters machine, even though you gotta take in consideration that it's got a pretty low rounds per minute, so you're not gonna be able to stand up against an AEK or something like that. Next off, we got the flash suppressor. So the flash suppressor reduces your vertical recoil. But anyhow, the QBZ hasn't got that much of a vertical recoil, and it's got more of a horizontal recoil. And the flash suppressor adds in a random bullet deviation. So as we can see here, it doesn't help with the accuracy and it adds in a lot of spread. If we put a laser sight on there, however, it gets the hip fire back to kind of normal. And when I look at these patterns, I'm quite surprised, because actually the laser sight shouldn't affect your aiming down sight spread. Still, it looks like it does, so I wouldn't count it, and still I think the flash suppressor is not a good choice on this weapon. Now we are coming to my favorite attachment for the second slot, the heavy barrel. As we can see, if we use it without a laser sight, the hip fire is pretty messed up, but it gives us a better accuracy at longer ranges and also more damage, which a carbon will always benefit from. Still, the heavy barrel messes up one of the best features of the QBZ, and that is the tight hip fire. So the best thing is to put a laser sight on there and get a pretty tight hip fire pattern again. It's got slightly more recoil, but you can counter that. So this is my favorite setup for the attachments for the QBZ, laser sight and heavy barrel. Last, we got the suppressor. Pretty similar to the flash suppressor, it gives more bullet deviation, and keep in mind that it reduces your damage. Again, I gotta say that the weapon only benefits from a laser sight, and it gives it a tighter pattern again. However, I wouldn't recommend using the suppressor on this, since it's a slow firing weapon and you already got that lower damage and you got a low rounds per minute, so you're not gonna be very effective at all. That's it for now. I hope you enjoyed. If so, leave a like and a comment if you want to have an attachment guide for another weapon.